Hey, my trees. My love. How are you? No, it's good to see you. What we talking about? What we talking about? Yeah, feel me? I love to see you here. To my daughter, I'm gonna play her song and then I'm gonna play it before I start my commentary.
Let me talk that shit for y'all real quick. Hey, y'all ain't had these maniac bars in a minute. Hey, hey, I got shit on my chest that I must confess. I'm Mrs. Maniac from the Lincoln Homes Projects. Originated from the murder with the 1-6. Why I learned how to load blitz and hit links. Yeah, the definition. See, I'm that bitch. Never let a motherfucker treat you like you average. Never needed Megan B for me to be a savage. See, I always been a boss bitch, classy, bougie, ratchet. If a nigga play with me, I let him have it. Cause if a nigga play with Maniac, I leave him packing. Cause proper preparation, Maniac ain't never lacking. When these niggas poor performing, then these niggas just be chatting. Chit chat, don't do that, I'm delicate. Niggas wanna play with Maniac like she irrelevant. 12 and 42, these niggas records like the Pelicans. They acting like I'm one of those, when one of those I never been. You never been, I never been. Hustle shit, a regiment. I'm in my bag, 10 toes, I'm great again like president. It's evident that I represent these fuck niggas that make me sick. I always wanna picture fit, I always wanna talk some shit, bitch. I walk it like I talk. Anytime you talking, bitch, you talking cause you talking. And anytime I'm falling, bitch, I crawl before I'm walking. See, I'm never scared to be alone. I'm like Macaulay Culkin. A bad bitch, a boss bitch, I'm not intimidated. Blueprint to my heart and it was infiltrated. I put a hole in his fitted, now he installated. Now he's sitting looking stupid like he ministrated. They ain't ready for the maniac, cause I'm the type of chick that'll flip it, then I bring it back.
I'm gonna play a bit of house music real quick. Alright. And then I'm hearing them. I've been working on my Twitch gamer YouTube, my gaming channel, because I love to play games. So you Twitch I think is way better than no disrespect to YouTube.
The percolator. It's time for 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 the percolator. The percolator. It's for the percolator. It's time for the percolator. It's time for the percolator. It's time for the percolator.
Percolator. Let's go. Hey, 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 hey. Go. It's time for the percolator. It's time. It's time for the percolator. It's time for the percolator. It's time for the percolator. Shout out to the Midwest. Shout out to Chicago. Let's go. It's time for the percolator. It's time for the percolator. Time for the percolator. It's 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 time for the percolator. Let's go. Hey, 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 hey. It's time for the percolator. I don't know what's going on with my wrist stream. It's pissing me off. I know I ain't been on here in over a month, but god dang. Let's get it together, bruh. Hold on. I apologize. Hold on, y'all. I'm going on my. I'm going like really on my Twitch later on. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't think I was gonna like on YouTube. I mean on my Xbox. But I ain't gonna lie. I love that game Thief. It might take me a little time to get intertwined with it. But I've been doing my thing a little bit. You feel me? Real stream is pissing me off. Hold on, y'all. I don't know what's crap. This BS going on with my shit. Okay, there we go. That bitch with a bat. I'll be bitch with a bat. I'll beat that 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 bitch. I grew up on this type of music before rap came out. I'll bitch with a bat. I'll beat that bitch with a bat. I'll beat that bitch. I'll beat that bitch. I'll beat that bitch with a bat. I'll beat that bitch with a bat. Let's go. I'll beat that bitch with a bat. I'll beat that bitch with a bitch with a bat. I'll beat that bitch with a bat. Let's go.
Forever reject me.
I'll beat that bitch with a
with a bat. I beat that bitch with a bat. Yeah, you can get with that. I beat that bitch with a bat. Johnny, come on. I beat Club America. I beat Club America.
So I
Club America.
terrible.
Club America. I said Club America. I beat Club. I beat. Welcome to America. I
What's up, Cake? gonna do? I'm just about to do something. Hold on. Sitting here trying to roll me a blunt or two. What you doing tonight? What you mean? What am I doing tonight? What? Okay, let's do this. When the play started acting up, so I had to. I'm just gonna put this one. I'll beat that bitch with a bat. I'll beat that bitch with a. I'll beat that bitch. Let's go. Bitch with a bat. I'll beat that bitch with a bat. I'll beat that bitch with a bat. That bitch with a. I'll beat that bitch with a bat. I'll beat that bitch with a bat. I'll beat that bitch. I'll beat that bitch with a bat. I'll beat that bitch. I'll beat that bitch. I'll beat that bitch. Hey, I'll beat that bitch with a bat. I love house music. I'll beat that bitch with a bat. I'll beat that bitch with a bat. I'll beat that bitch with a bat. I'll beat that bitch up. I'll beat that bitch with a bat. 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 No, a door started to fight. That's why I had to kill her in it. It wasn't beautiful. No, she just talking. She not a fighter though, Mello. Let's go. Hey, let's go. Let's go. Hey, hey. I'll beat that bitch. I'll beat that bitch. I'll beat that bitch. I'm from Chicago. This is. I love music. I love house music and I love rock and roll, soft rock and roll. I'm not into heavy metal. That's the only music I'm not into. It's heavy music. I would listen to. I would listen to country. I would listen to all of it. But I'm not a heavy metal person. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I'll beat that.
Disrespect me. I'll beat that bitch with a bat. Reject me. I'll beat you with a bat.
Let's
never request me.
I'll beat that bitch with a bat.
But always second me. I'll beat that bitch with a bat. I'm tired of her wicked ways. Bitch with a bat. She was safe for her. I'll beat that bitch with a bat. But my instructions. I'll beat that bitch with a bat. I'll beat that bitch with a bat. I'll beat that bitch with a bat. In 30s, I'll beat that bitch with a bat. It's yours. I'll beat Club America. I'll beat Club America.
What's up, Joey?
Club America. I'll beat Club America. I said Club America. I'll beat Club America. I'll beat One to America. I'll beat that bitch with a bat. I'll beat that bitch with a bat.
It's not in. I see
America.
I'll be,
Come America.
I'll
Come
be,
America. I say come America. Welcome to America. I'll be there. Final call. Final call. All y'all. All, all y'all. Get off. I'll be that
I'll
bitch
be
with
that bitch.
I'll be
I'll
that
be
bitch with
that bitch.
I'll be that
I'll
bitch
be
with
that bitch.
I'll beat that bitch with a bat. I'll beat with a bat.
I'm trying to figure
I'll
out.
beat that bitch. I'll beat that bitch with a bat.
I've been
I'll
trying to
beat that
fix
bitch
about
with a bat.
30 minutes. I
I'll
swear to
know
God.
what you've been told. Take your soul. Don't need no weapon, no life, no gun. I'll beat that bitch with a bat. I'll beat that bitch with a bat. Beat that bitch with a bat. I'll beat that bitch with a bat.
I'll be. I'll beat that bitch with a. I'll beat that bitch with a. I swear to God, my hella funny today. I never had this many problems with my restream. I swear. Hey, how's everybody doing? Who's everybody? I really appreciate y'all. We're gonna do a reaction to sinners. The only reason we're doing it this way is because sinners last month, and and I really want to touch up on some things. On so we're gonna shout out to Jew Almighty. The brother is cold, just like I feel like he's cold, like Alvin Preach. And I'm end up going into different algorithms, mess with them, and I'm looking at other people who really rock with Jude, and rock with Alba and preach. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna do a reaction video on Jube Almighty, Stephen King. I don't care for him. Um, I did a reaction video on him and Alba having a debate like 2 months ago, and he did like Alba put him dirt, bro. Then he ended up doing a song with him, which I'm gonna play at the end of it. I swear to God, like bro, I ain't gonna lie. It's hit. It hits. You feel me? Okay, hold on. It hits hard. So let's do this. Uh, let's do this. What's up, Joey? Joey, my best
Yo, what up?
friend.
What up, Jake?
What it do?
What up, Jake?
What it is?
Hold on,
What's
babe. Is
going
Jake in the
on?
background? What's good, babe?
babe. Is Jake in the
Oh, is Jake in the
background?
background?
What's good, babe?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Joey, can you hear me?
Yes. Hold on. Is she?
I don't
Did
know
she
who
put you
is
up there?
Ace. I'm sorry. I don't
That's
know who
Jake.
Ace is.
That's Jake. That's Jake.
Okay. I got you. Okay. Hey,
Uh huh.
Jake. How are you, my love?
What's going
I
on?
don't think he can hear me. I don't think he can hear me, though.
Yeah, he can. Hold on. I think he got to fix his mic.
He on here. Okay. So we're finna do reaction to a reaction. Uh, I I end up Jew Almighty maybe 3 weeks ago, but I've been looking at his content and he have awesome, amazing content, Joey. So we're gonna play this and we're gonna stop it. You know what I'm saying throughout the video. So let's go.
Sinners was ass. I don't get it, bro. And in that regard, this big fat black girl, but then had the white girl, the pretty white girl, the pretty muff.
That we know today, and then I'm gonna play a clip from his.
I be reflecting a lot. But anyway, I noticed that
Why she gotta be a Why she gotta be a big black woman? And she's not a big. That's what pisses me off about.
Who you on the Sinners movie? You talking about the dark skinned girl?
That's why I don't watch Stephen King
You on the
because
dark skinned
he
bro, right?
don't know what the fuck he talking about. Let's make this clear.
Man, I'll murder her stomach. I don't know what the fuck you talking about though.
My Twitch page real quick. Um. So we're finna watch it, Joey, a little bit, and we gonna cut between Mighty with his commentary. I love him. Subscribe to him. Like I want to say, I really like his commentary. He's a dope commentary. as fuck. And the lady who played played in Sinners, who was talking about Joey. Remember before we got on live, I was telling Lovecraft Lane. I don't know if you remember me uh, about I played, which was one of my favorite. Came out with one episode. When it came, hold on. And when it came episode, hold on. She played in that movie as well. I fell in love with her from Lovecraft Lane. You feel me? So I don't understand. Hey, baby. I don't understand where he gets information from, but he's totally wrong with it. So let's go. Now I did let's say about a month and a half. I had did commentary on Stephen King night, and I ain't gonna say Alvin Preach. Alvin Preach is like I love them. I watch them all the time. They just started going live like I want to say a month ago, give or take. But I've been watching them for the last almost 3 years, and Alba had a debate with Stephen King Knight about a certain things, and I did that live. I had reacted to that live, like I said, like 2 months, about 2 months or a month and a half ago, and I ain't gonna lie, Alba was cooking this nigga, cooking the fuck out him. And then I don't know, Jube Almighty ended up coming into my commentary. So when he came in my commentary, I started watching him, and listening to his take of Sinners. I love what he said, but it's another content creator I'm not subscribed to. I'm still trying to learn. I like to learn the people who I subscribe to. You feel me? So the other guy, Jube Almighty, he's dope as fuck. Don't get me wrong, but the other guy had more in depth into what Stephen Knight had to say, more than Alvin Preach, more than Jube Almighty. So let's go.
I grew up watching Spike Lee joints, Freddie, Jason. So Sinners to me is a historical dive to the deep south. The time was still a real threat. Prohibition was terminated, and black folks weren't enslaved.
I have never seen Black Panther. None of the 1, 2, and 3 coming out in 2026 with Will Smith. I have never, you know what I'm saying? But I plan to watch it. I might. No, I'm not watching it tonight. I will be getting on my Twitch page and playing my game. I ended up falling in love with this game called Thief. It's an old game, but game I'm getting into. But in the meantime, between time, forget about that part. I've never seen Black Panther, And the producer of Black Panther, he did this movie called Sinners. So let's go.
Denzel mixed with Will Smith. And you got best films of the year, and one really slows down. First, it's on a roll.
Let me tell you this. People don't realize, I've been liking Michael B. Jordan since Hardball. If nobody watched Hardball, Hardball was a true story about uh baseball, but it was with the little kids. I don't know what y'all call it, but I've been watching when Keanu Reeves was the coach. Michael B. Jordan he didn't have a big role in there, but I understood the movie. Saying, um, I love that movie to the point that I'm at the end of the movie. Mike Jordan. So Michael B. Jordan started off in Hardball, right? And they say he was too old to play in the little league or whatever, and he had a problem with that. And when he cried, I cried. He was like, "My mom." They said it was cool for me to play. They said it was cool for me to play. You know what I'm saying? And they was told to play. End up getting into a game in hardball. Getting into a game. Baby G and his brother was walking home. They stayed on the south side of Chicago. They was trying to go home. They was gonna go into this particular part of the housing project. Michael B. Jordan didn't say anything, but he shook his head no. So they was gonna go around to the back. They end up getting they end up getting into a rival gang. They end up shooting, and then Baby G end up dying at the end of the movie. If anybody seen Hardball, y'all need to watch that movie. That's when I fell in love. I've been in love with Michael B. Jordan since then. Fuck Creed, fuck all them other movies. I've been in love with him since Hardball. I ain't gonna lie to you. Let's talk. Let's go.
So all good, bro. I want
Which Jewish or whatever. Let me say this: she did not let them in the Jew joint. Let's make this clear. First of all, second of all, I don't like Stephen King Knight. because he don't know what the fuck he's talking about. Let me say this. Every year, I don't care if it's year after. Yes.
Big listeners.
Yes.
Are you talking about that one scene where the girl yelled and they came inside?
No, not her. And what color was she, Mello?
She was white, but she was Asian.
Hey, wait, say that again. The last one.
She was Asian?
Right. So this dude, listen, Mello. This dude who I've been, you know, his name is Stephen King Knight. He gonna say, you let the white, what? So what you think about the black girl, the voodoo girl? Do you think she is big and fat and black? How you think? How you feel about it?
How do I feel about her?
About that particular person?
Her?
Yes.
As a character or as an actress?
As an actress, a character and an actress is the same thing to me.
I mean, she played her part good. I mean,
That's what. So this dude, his name is Stephen King Knight, Mello, and he was like, "She's a fat black girl." I didn't think she was fat. I thought she was a thick, big boned woman. How you feel about that? You being a black man, how you feel about that part? What I'm saying.
I wouldn't call her like that, but.
So he was calling her a big fat girl, big fat girl. He was like, and you let the white woman in, and he wasn't talking about the Asian woman. That's what was crazy about it. You
You're
remember
talking about
the girl who
the light skin?
the girl. Say that again.
The light skin?
Say that again. No, for real. Say that again.
The light skin?
Because he thought she was white.
She's not white.
Say that again. No. Come in the microphone and say that.
She's light skinned.
Facts. He was like, you let this beautiful white girl come in. So I'm doing a reaction video on a reaction video, if that makes sense, Fat. I mean, Mello. Sorry. I get my kids mixed up. They all look alike, I swear to God. They have the same father. So they all look alike. They talk alike. Well, no, they don't talk alike. Fat talk different than you and Romeo. So, okay. Come up in here and do this video with me. Come on.
Come on.
I'll be in here for a little bit. Now, I got my son up in here, my youngest son.
Yo!
I got my youngest son in here. So he gonna give his reaction just like I give my reaction. So I want to make sure everybody know that. This is my youngest son, my nigga Mello. Let's go. You ready? No, I'm finna start it.
I'm so disappointed. That movie was bucky. Yeah, why y'all gassed it? Gas. That movie was. I thought we was the only ones, but then I went to the bathroom and I was talking to bros that just watched it and was confused as shit.
That's absolute cap. There was nothing confusing about that movie. And even if they said they didn't fair enough. Films are subjective, just like music is. But to call a movie that amazing, that well reviewed, it's just crazy.
I come across as I'm hating, bruh, but then this just, as far as I'm concerned, I'm about 98% on Tomatoes, 8 points on IMDb, and then on top of it, like I am a horror movie lover, dog. It's my favorite genre of movie.
Pause it.
I was just about to swear to God. Oh, look. Go to give me that handshake, bro. So I got my son here who's doing the reaction video with me. My youngest son who's still here with me. So, what you about to say? And I'm going to tell you my...
This isn't supposed to be a horror movie.
Thank you! Thank you, bro. Say that again.
There's not really, like, somebody that watches horror movies, and I've watched a lot, this is not supposed to mainly focus on being a horror movie.
What you think is focused on, Mello?
I feel like it's like a horror, comic, a little bit of history in it.
I
But I
agree.
don't think it's
I don't agree with the comedy, Mello. That's how you feel. I would never take that. I'll never take y'all opinions away from y'all. But in the meantime, I don't think it's a comedy. But I do think it's supposed to be a sort of horror history feel. And why do you feel like it's a history feel?
the blues music back in the day. Um, had the it had the were those Indians? I don't really know what the other race
When
was.
you saw the Indians at?
Hmm?
When did the Indian?
On the countryside?
No, no, no. What on the countryside? But how do you know that was an Indian? Like, where did they go when when you found that they? Okay, so like myself personally, I know we're going a little bit ahead of the movie. When before the vampire came, I saw the Indian for the vampire,
Mm-hmm.
but when they came to the people's door, it was, you know what I'm saying, they didn't know who he's talking about. They end up leaving. That's when the vampire came. Does that make sense to you? Or I could be wrong. You know what I'm saying? You know I always value y'all opinion because y'all my kids.
So you're saying that doesn't make sense?
Say that again.
Are you saying that that doesn't?
No, no, no. I'm saying how I feel. This is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I felt when it came down to um I knew that was an Indian man. He was looking for that vampire. The vampire didn't come to the white people house, right? Caucasian houses. And then when he ended up leaving, the vampire ended up coming. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And then when he came, they didn't make, you know what I'm saying? They didn't comprehend that the Indian was looking for that particular person.
Mm-hmm.
So when the vampire came in, he ended up biting both of them later on in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, hold on, let's go.
I'm a vampire enthusiast from the nights to hell, the blaze, bro. Underworld, let me in. The Draculas, bro. Hell, I her in Brooklyn. Yeah, I ain't fuck with Twilight. Same thing with Underworld.
Underworld and Twilight, but think Sinners is just from a
Hold on.
cinematography perspective. Out
You
of
gotta
any
tell
of
me to
those,
stop it. So
Say that you don't like Sinners, but you like a movie like Twilight. Very cheesy, had bad lines.
I ain't gonna lie.
That wasn't even a horror movie. That was a romance movie.
Facts.
And had terrible romance, my personal opinion, though. So the fact that you're saying that you're a horror movie and vampire enthusiast,
Come
but
over
you
here
don't
so
like,
they can hear you in my mic, though. I need you to hear. I want people to hear you in my mic.
so if you sit here and say that you don't like Sinners, but you like a movie like Twilight, that's hypocritical because of the themes you claim. You can't say you're a horror movie enthusiast and a vampire enthusiast when Twilight was not a horror movie and it had super super cheesy romance. Something only like a really like a young girl or teenage girl would like.
And I feel that. So when he brought up Blade is not the same thing. Like, let me tell you something. I love vampire movies. I like, listen, I like Blackula, and I know you don't know that because that came out before I was born. I like Blackula. You feel me? Then I like Dracula. And then I end up watching the Addams Family, which the Addams Family, the mom was a vampire. You feel me? And then they end up coming out with all these different movies. Like I love Dust Till Dawn. One, I think they only came out with one. I want to say 2 or 3 volumes. levels. I love the first one, the second one, and if they did come on with a thought, I don't remember. But I like the first and the second one. Blade was my shit, and you know that. Blade with Wesley Snipes, with the Daywalkers. You still don't know what I'm talking about? No.
I know what you're talking about, but I don't know.
If I show you a picture, I know you're gonna remember. Okay, so I used to like that. I used to like Dust Till Dawn. I like the Vampire in Brooklyn. The only reason I like vampire movies, all of them brought something different to the table. Just like Sinners. Now, with Vampire Brooklyn was with Murphy and my nigga Dwayne Wayne off of he played on Dwayne Wade, Kadeem Hardison. That's his name, Kadeem Hardison. He played on Vampire Brooklyn with Eddie Murphy, and they stayed in Brooklyn, New York. I love Dust Till Dawn. I love what's his name? I can't think of his name. Oh my God, Andrew. I can't say his name right. I know his name is Tarantino. I think that's his last name. But he played in movies before he really became a big director. He might have played in, directed movies back in the day, but he was. I liked him as well. I liked it. Like I said, I liked the Blackula. I liked it Dracula. I liked it even Queen of the Dam. I love all. I'm a vampire fanatic. Let's make this clear. But if you look at every vampire movie, it's nothing but some of them bite their neck. Majority of them bite their neck.
The vampires not entering houses isn't unique.
So this particular movie is Sinners, and maybe I never paid attention to it until now. I noticed before I started doing my research on Sinners that if you looked at Sinners, they was asking, can they come in? If they don't tell you you can come in, you out there. You just out there. If nobody invites you in that's in there, you out there. Let's go.
Yeah, but also that's not a unique concept.
The roles are
Hold on.
because it is a black
Stop
thing.
that.
That's why.
Why do you say what?
Again,
That's why I say every movie is, all vampire movies are not the same. That's why I say that, Mello. If that
No,
makes
I
sense.
understand what you're saying. It brings something. I said it brings a new feel to it. But no vampire movie is truly. No vampire movie is truly unique. They always take something from the previous great, and it's fine with taking something and remixing it because a lot of the vampire movies bring something new.
I agree.
Like, obviously, a movie from Twilight is going to be different from like Blade because Blade is about like half vampire slaying.
But the thing is, what tripped me out, like you said, when I watched Blade, when the Daywalkers came out, they had to put stuff on their bodies to come out in the morning time. Now, you're absolutely right, and I agree with you. When it came down to what's the other movie you just said, Mello? Twilight. They didn't have to have really nothing on their body when it got morning.
Yeah, their skin just shines brighter.
Facts, and you see the sparkles in their body. Exactly. Let's go.
Right here, especially when you
Especially when you classify it as horror. In general, vampire movies are classified as horror. Interview with the Vampire. It's a movie, even though it's not.
I've never seen that movie.
It's a vampire movie. I think vampire movies exist for films, but on a general basis, they're still seen. It's really in the same vein Dusk Till Dawn, the Quentin Tarantino movie, where it's a bunch of different genres mashed up in there, but at the end of the day, it's a vampire.
How you feel about what he just
ideas,
said?
new scripts.
Hold on,
I feel like
hold
they
After I watch Sinners, Mellow, I get my kids mixed up because they all look alike. They ain't shaped alike, but they look like because they have the same father. Now, so when I end up doing my history, and it because basically Sinners is a true story with a little nonfiction in there, right? So it's two brothers who went to Chicago, right? They end up going to two different gangs. One went with Al Capone, which is the Italian mafia, and then one with the Russian mafia. So if you ever notice the Sinners movie, one always wore blue and one always wore red. They never wore the same color as twins, right? Only reason because and though they went to them two different people, them two different mafias, they both stole from their mafias. One stole liquor, and I think the other one stole money. I'm not for sure, but I know one stole liquor. Brought it back to Mississippi to start this juke joint. Okay? You listening, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's go.
They robbed shipments from both those mobs and moved back south. Two started juke joint, two going to themselves.
or they're going around recruiting who they need to run the juke joint for the grand opening that night. Right, so they pick up a musician, they pick up a security guard. You know what I'm saying? Highlight their little stories or whatnot. When you see the main
building, the two brothers split up to get everyone that they. So you got to see different parts of Mississippi, how people would live, and the sharecroppers actually working, picking cotton in the field. The relationships that Smoke and Stack had with people in their hometown.
pretty white girl, and she's between.
Hold on.
She has a relationship with Stack, which is basically the wild one that was with the Italian mafia.
And then little juke joints pop
I'm gonna rewind that back. I don't know what I did, but I end up.
We pull up at another scene. We see a
Trying to get the
fleeing
other
for his life, going to a shack, being chased